Welcome to the Eternal Cyclist. Where are we going now?
Okay, today it's going to be fighting cold, big headwinds, wipeouts, a few other good fun things, some small villages and some wrong turns. Love it. Well, here's where we got to today. Not bad for the wind. Okay, it's 6:30 and I'm just waking up, getting out. The hardest thing about getting up around this time is, as you can see, it's cloud cover, so it's not sunny, it's not hot yet. You can see I'm dressed even more warm than normal. So now it's going to be breaking down my hammock here, getting all my stuff ready, headed back onto the road. Once I get on the road, I'll warm up again, but it's this kind of in-between stage where you're just kind of got to have breakfast, got to get everything ready, cleaned up and broken down. You get a little bit cold because of, well, you're really not moving that hard. Another thing you got to remember is always down here, take your trash and your stuff with you. Don't leave a mess out here. Okay, I've packed up the hammock, gotten out of there, moved myself to the road where I'm going to have my breakfast, a little breakfast, but then I also realized I did a mistake. I'm supposed to be charging off this charger, not my older charger, to do the test of how much charging I get and how fast it charges when I get to other things. So hopefully I'll solve that today and do that, and like I say, find a place to post and find a place to charge today. Okay, 8 o'clock, had breakfast, everything's broken down, time to hit the road. Well, as I've liked to stated before, these bike things and bike trail things are kind of goofy at times. I want you to cut across the street, go up onto something. Bike path is here. At least it gets you off the street. And then, as usual, like we say, you get these very, very nice churches. So I'm looking at how this records versus what I was doing on the 360. And I'm thinking I'm getting a much better view of the church this way than of the 360. Okay, as we see the little church, we continue on up the road. Here it is. You've got a bike path that isn't a bike path. It's on the road. They want you to ride on the sidewalks, but that's not very feasible. But some of these cute little villages, like I say, are so nice and interesting. So what are you going to say? Churches. On the weekends, everything is closed, so you can have a fun time. So I got to remember that I look for food before the weekends. Sunday's closed. The postman in Europe rides a bicycle. What a way to think to save money. Why can't USA do it? Well, the wind was so bad, the mic is there, but you couldn't hear crap I was saying. All you could hear was the wind. So what I'm talking about here is my flags are blowing all over the place. This is kind of a boring section of the countryside, but that's how biking goes. You've got some great sections, you got some boring sections. So this ain't going to be in sync with what I'm saying there, but it's kind of the same gist that, yeah, it's all about the good days and the bad days and take them as they come. So many places they have that sign, that little peace sign as I call it. No bike, no horse and carriage, and no farm trucks. Then hopefully you get along the way you get these bike routes, or at least you think they're bike routes. But they've got nice little signage and stuff, which gives you the clue that you're hopefully there. At least they warn people to give you some space and room. Are they the nicest treks in the world? Yeah, we don't know. But at least they've got markings and different things, so people expect to see bikes on this road, so it makes it good for a cyclist. And usually people will go around you nicely and slow down. These are the reeds they use for making the thatch roofs. So this place is collecting all the reeds and getting the stuff ready for thatch roofs. So interesting to see alongside the road. Haven't seen it before. Okay, crazy bike routes. Some of these bike paths, like I say, are just insane. They bring you to one side of the road, then they bring you back to the other, then they bring you on the road itself if you want to cut across the street to where the other bike path is. Some days, I just don't know about this stuff. But it's still safer than some other places, so may as well enjoy it. Go for what it is. Like I say, here we go. Here's the big U-turn. Back onto the road. What happened to that bike path? Now I gotta look at my map and read it while I'm riding to make sure I'm going in the right place. Because it's crazy. I'm supposed to have been on the other side of the street. There's supposed to have been a sign showing that the bike route went that way, but I never saw it. Up the hill to find the little bike route. Well, past a beautiful church in between some buildings. Checked for Wi-Fi in this area, but couldn't. Like I say, sometimes this bike stuff goes crazy. Take a look at this path it's going to bring me on. A little dirt path going down a little hill. It's going to cross over the valley, across a little bridge, and it's going to cross to the other side of the road to a road that's on the other side. Why it goes here instead of just followed the road that could have gone to here. Shortcuts, bike routes. Sometimes you really got to wonder how they map this stuff. No kidding. I really got to wonder sometimes these bike trails, these bike routes, where they bring you. It's beautiful, but definitely bringing me into the middle of nowhere, so no roads, no nothing, but I'll take it. Okay, we're way up into the mountaintop now. The road gets a little bit better, but it is real bad in spots with some mud picks and some other stuff. But I've almost reached the summit, and it's supposed to start going down the other side, but heck, I don't know. Look at these routes, look at these things. Okay, it just cuts across a grass field to get back to the main route. This thing is worse than Mongolia as far as it's got a path this way, a path that way. But it sure heck was fun going up through this mountain, even though I didn't quite get it. Windy still up there, but at least the sun came out so I could get a little bit undressed and stay warmish and have a nice ride. But the problem was it had some big sandy pit and some other little things. So I had to keep stopping to adjust the camera because it was just bouncing around all over the place, especially going downhill where I was getting up some really good speeds, but as you can see, the road is just shot. It's not really a road, it's just a dirt trail that's going down. But we made it through there. Wait. Okay, here it comes. Adjusted the camera. Found a nice little soft sand pitch. And what are we gonna have to see here in about a few seconds? Wipe out. Yep, had a nice spill. Hit complete soft sand that was deep, and it just like hitting a brick wall. Stops you dead cold. Always so much fun. Check myself out, pick up the bike, adjust it back together, and well, all we can do is continue up the road. It's gonna happen sometimes, especially on these so-called shortcut bike paths. You find these all over Hungary. These are what they call castles, but they're actually just mansions. So they're here, they're there. They're just the old rich people places. Okay, I'm gonna sit and eat my lunch here in this little city. Number two thing is, well, the wind is so damn hard, my flags blew off. You gotta love that. So I lost a couple flags. I'll have to get a new flagpole. Well, it's been a long, windy, cold day, fighting headwinds all day long. But up ahead here, we should be getting close to a place to camp, and calling it for a day. Just posted my video on a place to host, so that was good. Okay, we found a nice camp spot for the night. Just had our dinner. Camp is set up well. Bike is packed up over here. Just gonna put this stuff under the hammock, get in the hammock here in a few minutes, make my last video stuff. The sun has already gone down a bit, so as soon as I finish up the video, it'll be time to call it a night.
Thanks for watching. Please subscribe.